Namaskar, everyone. Good evening to everyone. And indeed, a fantastic evening that we have the Honorable President and Vice President of the Institute today with us in this fifth hackathon on artificial intelligence. Friends, it is a different pleasure because to catch our President, he is one of the most active presidents I have seen in the last 6 years, who have been moving around the entire country and internationally to reach out and give a message where Institute is moving forward towards. And a man who has actually created this vision of AI in ICAI. Big round of applause for him that he gave us this vision. And most importantly, let me tell you, friends, yesterday was the date when we completed the first tranche of the RFP, which is floated for the first time in the country by any institution, including the government of India, in various capacities when they are trying to reach out for artificial intelligence. ICAI, under the vision and direction of the President, Sri Ranjit Agarwal sir, has actually come out with the first of its kind RFP, where more than 80 companies have participated to understand where and which way they can give us the support for. I'm not going to talk much on that side because the President is going to express what his vision is in this hackathon today. That the most important point, the way we are moving forward, is going to be an encouragement to each one of the people. President sir, in continuation to your guidance, we are very happy that this is the fifth hackathon. That means we have already completed 40 excellent speakers who have been the panelists on different subjects in AI. And these all happen to be mostly chartered accountants. That gives us confidence that, look, the profession is not lagging behind. There are people who have vision in their mind to move forward and also to contribute in ICAI thought process. Sir, you will be happy to know the videos which are being posted on different platforms by various panelists is actually being appreciated across the length and breadth of the country and internationally. I request the other person to kindly please mute. Alok, kindly mute. Sir, here, the way we are competing within ourselves is an education of peer-to-peer contribution rather than competition. It is basically coming together to ensure that we all follow the same vision in time to come. And most importantly, the way we are going to look forward in time to come is going to be different. Today we have with us Honorable Vice President, who has been the chairman of Digital Accounting and Assurance Board and very close to technology, also joining us. And he has been giving his words of wisdom over a period of time. So before I take discussion furthermore ahead, sir, let me first request the Vice President to share his thoughts before the President speaks the vision of ICAI on AI. Over to you, VP, sir.
Good evening, esteemed colleagues, distinguished guests, and all the brilliant minds gathered here today evening. It is both an honor and privilege to welcome you to AI Hackathon 5, an event that truly epitomizes the pioneering spirit and intellectual curiosity of our profession. Today we gather to celebrate the remarkable intersection of two powerful forces, artificial intelligence and finance. Let's start with a round of applause to our very esteemed President, CA Ranjit Agarwal, and my fellow council colleagues, CA Dayanivas Sharma and CA Umesh Sharma. Their visionary leadership and unwavering support continues to be the backbone of our vibrant society and community of chartered accountants. Ladies and gentlemen, when you speak about AI, you are at time in a thought process, where does AI contribute? I'll give you some instances. Number one, algorithm trading. All across, the trading volumes have grown magnificently because algorithm looks at difference between two markets, is buy from the cheaper market and sells it in the expensive market, thereby keeping risks low and yet making money to you. Second is fraud detection and prevention. Again, AI is a great tool where you determine what the fraud is, you detect, and ultimately understand the impact of the fraud. Third is credit scoring. Now, all major credit institutions, banks use AI to look at the credit scoring. Then it is personalized financial advice. Yes, you don't need a financial advisor now. Each and every person is thoroughly scrutinized and given to you by AI. Customer service and chatbots. Customer service is undertaken at the highest level by AI. Risk management, understanding risk, minimizing risk, fighting risk, that is all done by AI. Automotive underwriting, yes, underwriting is automatically done where you see things go out of bound. Portfolio management, now you don't need human minds for that. You look at the past trends and future trends and create a portfolio. Predictive analysis. Entire analysis is done through the help of AI. And last is compliance and regulatory reporting that is done again through AI. So ladies and gentlemen, this hackathon 5 would ultimately add value to our perspectives of becoming a great institute that could serve the country and be at the top. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, VP sir. I think you have touched upon as a pendulum from left to the right in totality of what the technology is and how AI is actually moving forward. Thank you very much for the words of wisdom. Friends, this is a first appearance of our president who set the tone for this AI in ICAI. There cannot be a better privilege than a person who has set a tone to that level where the vibrations have gone as a ripple effect across the length and breadth of the country and also internationally. There are very few organizations which have thought in this particular direction. And friends, let me tell you, the kind of perseverance which our president is actually having, where he directly and indirectly takes all the inputs of the efforts which institute is putting forward and ensuring that the learning doesn't end only with members and students. Let me tell you, friends, this is a fifth hackathon, and the sixth is going to be a sixer when the institute in itself actually going to do a hackathon among the employees of ICAI so that not only the one leg of the institute, but the second leg of the institute, which is within the organization, actually raises to a different level and ensures that our employees of the organization are up to mark in the true sense. Sir, wait for that sixer to come. And let me tell you, you are going to see certain very good surprises, what kind of assets which we have in our own ICAI, and that is going to be a great showcase. Sir, this points which I am putting forward is only to just create that small effect, which actually is going to come as a vibrating effect from the words of yours to give it to our members, to our students. And this is going to be a record day for having your wisdom with all of us. Over to you, President, sir, to listen to your vision on AI in ICAI.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Vice President, who is the person who has spearheaded the Digital Accounting Assurance Board last year, and under his leadership, the Institute could release the 24 forensic and investigating accounting standards, which also we have come up first time last year under the leadership of our Vice President C.S. Nandaji. We have very two dynamic leaders in this technological era, Dayaneva Sharma and Umesh Sharma. All the panelists who have been selected to present their thought process on the artificial intelligence, and all the viewers, members, students who are watching this hackathon. Let me compliment this committee leadership. Institute had first time started hackathon. Many people don't know what is hackathon. So this committee has started the word hackathon under leadership of Dayaneva Sharma and Umesh Sharma, and this is the fifth one. And thank you very much for making this entire terminology is so popular amongst the masses of our CA fraternity. And wherever I am also going, people are interested to join this AI committee of the ICAI. If you open the newspaper or new media or social media or anything, the first two words you notice every time is one is the AI and second is the sustainability. AI and sustainability are the two buzzwords are prevalent across the length and breadth of all the social and digital media and print media. Why this AI is important? You all are aware. The entire world is changing. The environmental is getting complex and complex. And how to sustain in this fast changing AI environment is the challenge the profession of accountancy is also facing. At the same time, when this entire technological aspects are changing with the changing timing of the world, how this profession of accountancy and finance can live up to the expectation of the entire stakeholder, how our reporting can be so accurate, whether the sampling which we have done still we are doing as per the standards will be relevant in the times to come. The large sample size or small sample size data on the basis of which reporting is being done of the financial statement will be relevant in the times to come is a question mark. Whether how the student, where the syllabus, we are also IES in the International Financial Reporting Standards are also getting changed, where entire curriculum of the IFEC are incorporating or infusing the element of AI while drafting and making the syllabus for the student. And how this AI tool is going to change the dynamics of the profession. All these important things are happening, and that's why we have made this committee AI in ICAI, wherein we have 9 lakh students and 4 lakh members. Now, if the students, whatever material we are providing to them, whether study mat, question bank, suggested answer, revision test paper, whether all these can be downloaded in the PDF form in the GPT tool, and whether the student can know what type of questions are coming in the examination last 20 year, 30 year, 40 year, whether the accounting standard 1 or income tax section 147, 148 or AS2 or AS1 or holding company or related party transaction, how many times this question has come in the last 20 years, by click of the mouse, they can come to know. The entire study mat, suggested answer, RTP, everything is downloaded in the tool, and by moving, sleeping, going hither, every time they can come to know what are the trends and what type of questions are coming in the examination. They can come to know what is accounting standard 1 or AS2. They are asking the system, and the system is replying with the logic why AS2 valuation, cost or net realizable value, whichever is lowest is required. What is the relevance of this AS2? If you can come to know all these things through the click of the mouse, that kind of technological advancement we want to give to our 9 lakh students as a mark of our professionalism, as a free of cost. We have 4 lakh members and 1.6 lakh membership are in practice. Now there are 7,000 listed company and 16 lakh unlisted company in the ROC. Now while reporting a particular transaction, or you come across any reporting requirement where you want to qualify related party transaction or a holding company, subsidiary company, or anything you want to qualify of CARO, you want to know what other auditor has done in 7,000 listed company in the similar situation. We can download the 7,000 listed company annual report, audit report in the system of GPT, and by click of the mouse, I can know how many auditors, what they have done, reported on the click of the mouse. There are situations are also coming where the whatever reporting we are doing, the reporting will be converted to the audio and video mode. A small investor sitting in a village want to know the qualification of a listed company. The investor does not have to go through entire audit report, but just by clicking of the mouse in the audio and video mode, the investor can come to know in the local language through artificial language. That kind of era we are witnessing in the times to come. So what is the responsibility of the professional body like ICAI? We want to give all these tools to our student and member, which will help them to discharge their duty more efficiently. How the student can have the access to all the material 24/7 on the system. That kind of environment or that kind of process automation we want to give to the students. Now AI is the tool which is based on the prediction and prevention. How you can predict and then you can prevent. That is the tool the AI is giving in our hands. How we can minimize the errors, how we can enhance the efficiency of the reporting, how we can leverage this technology for our own advantage as a AI assistant. That is the way things are moving across the globe. There are 182 accounting body in the world. Now, this technological aspect has been infused in most of the accounting body, their syllabus, reporting, everything is there. But what are the solutions? How this tool can be effective in making our life easy? These kind of solution you are coming out with this hackathon, already 20 solutions you have already listed. How this Tally or a SAP or a Oracle or all these tools can be beneficial in downloading the bank statement and getting the entry done, making out the adverse comment, all these things, how these tools can be beneficial. That is the whole objective of all this hackathon. And I'm very happy that so many our members are so tech savvy and so innovative. They are coming with their sheer knowledge of their technological advancement, which will help the profession in the large way. And the way we are going ahead, and we are in the advanced stage under this committee leadership, Dayal ji or Umesh ji, how this tool can be developed. We have already floated the RFP, and we are in the advanced stage to offer this RFP. And this tool will be built when we can offer to the student and member how the entire ecosystem of financial reporting will change. That will be the landmark for our Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. We will be the first accounting body across the world who can spearhead these kind of initiative, and that will be a role model for other accounting body to follow. That kind of things we are doing. They are historical things because the time is changing, so we have to change also. And that's why whether it's a AI or robotic process automation or a machine language, whatever we are doing, the whole objective of all this thing, how we can effectively report our financial statement and how the student can learn this technological advancement of their syllabus is concerned. Because they should be more smarter, more knowledgeable with the help of this technology, so that the lesser time they can know more and more things. So the examination system, the learning process, all this, the time lag can reduce, and they can deliver on the limited time with the best of their ability. On the same line, the auditor also, they have to leverage this technology. If you see the Singapore video in the parliament, the video has come, which you might have seen. The government of Singapore is giving a subsidy to every citizen of Singapore having 40 years of age and above, just to learn artificial intelligence. They are also of the opinion the time is coming, whatever you have learned in last 40 years is not relevant. Whatever you will learn in artificial intelligence will only be relevant. So if the country like Singapore are thinking how artificial intelligence will be the helpful in the years to come, as a institute, as a financial institute, as a Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, it is our duty and the responsibility to not only leverage the technology, but also to come out with a solution. We have to come out with the solution to detect the fraud, to reduce the time lag, and report effectively with 100% accuracy, zero defect, and 100% efficiency is going to be the landmark order of the day in the days and years to come. And this tool will guide not only the profession, but also the government also, how to leverage this technology in the government department also, which has been spearheaded by accounting body like Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. We have to find a solution. We are here to ease of doing profession so that our customized tools of this solution can help in a better reporting, better learning, and the small investor sitting at any part of this country can use this tool and can be better informed so that they can take the better decision. So all these are some of the thoughts on which this hackathon is going on, and that's why we have made this AI in ICAI, where every student and member of the profession should be well versed with this technological advancement and how to use them effectively while discharging their function. In our institute also, we have already made the e-office environment where all the files which you can see physically will be redundant. All the paper we are already started signing virtually in the digital mode. So the paperless ICAI will be the order of the day. The paperless office of the professional body will also be the order of the day in the times to come, because without this technology, nothing will move in the days and years to come. And that's why we have preempted all these developments in advance so that we can give you a solution which will help you to discharge your duty more efficiently. I am very happy that so many of our members has been selected as a panelist. They are coming out with a various solution, and by compiling all these solutions, by making a research paper and developing in the tool, we can be a leader in the profession and we can be a role model for other accounting body of the world also. I'm very happy that Dayanivas Sharma and Umesh Sharma ji working so hard in this committee. This is the first year this committee has been launched, and the whole objective of this entire exercise is to make the profession easy and make the reporting and learning more effective. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, President, sir. The outcome of your discussion is, sir, governance, transparency, and financial reporting, which is the core. Ultimately, you have defined as zero defect. I think every chartered accountant, once they understand the definition of zero defect, I think these three words will make the whole relevance in a true sense. More importantly, President sir, your vision. Be rest assured, we'll talk your vision, we will walk your vision. We will ensure that the destination is achieved within no other time. We will be the shortest traveling time we are going to use to showcase that ICAI is the premier accounting body of the world, and we are the first institute to come out with all those discussions you talked about, whether it is education, whether you talked about investor, when you talked about forensic engagement, when you talked about robotic RPAs, robotic process automations. All these things are going to be on the forefront. We are putting our fingers crossed that on 1st of July, when you are going to raise the flag of ICAI of 75 years, you will have this battalion of people who have come forward together to showcase that, yes, we are nowhere less. We are ahead of time. We are actually the people who actually is going to define, the visions of many countries in time to come. Thank you very much. But over to you, Umesh Bhai, for giving the formal vote of thanks. I just wanted to conclude and give sirs, Umesh Bhai, I think we need to follow one concept, which today President Sir gave as a chairman, vice chairman. The concept of zero defect, we have actually to introduce in the AI committee, sooner or later. Over to you, Umesh Bhai.
Thank you, Dhanyavad sir. Thank you, President sir, and thank you, Vice President sir. Today is a Akshay Tritiya day, and everything that we discuss, that we do today, it's a threefold time effect, and it's a very auspicious day. And that day you have chosen to address all our members for this hackathon. So thank you, Ranjit sir, and thank you, Nanda sir. And Ranjit sir, your vision of AI in ICAI, it's the first time you have dreamed, and we are following that dream under chairmanship of Dayanivas sir. So thank you, sir, and let's wish that all your dreams get true in this AI in ICAI in year 2020-24. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Nanda sir.
We will see one presentation.
Yes, sir.
Then we
Yes, sir.
will
Yes,
one
sir.
presentation.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. And
yes.
1 minute, Umesh, sorry. President sir, tomorrow just you are aware you have given your concern, VP sir has given your concern, his concern with regards to tomorrow, friends, we are going to celebrate the Information Technology Day, which is going to be a unique thing, which we'll talk about it. Top of the top guys are going to come and talk on the technology aspect, how these chartered accountants who are the CFOs and CEOs who have transformed the time. So, President sir, this is one message we wanted to give it in your presence, that tomorrow 10:30 onwards, this session is going to continue. Over to you, Umesh bhai.
Thank you. Now the time has come. All the participants, all the panelists, get ready for the hackathon number 5. And we have 9 panelists today. And the subject of hackathon is finance. So finance is a larger term. So lot of use cases can be represented, but we have selected 9 use cases. And let's welcome our first panelist. So the first panelist for the day is Ajay Gumbar, a chartered accountant with a knowledge of AI. So over to you, Ajay ji.
Thank you, Umesh, and thank you, the esteemed dignitaries. I'll straight away jump to the AI use case I have. Let me share my screen first. So I have 10 minutes. I'll be quick. So I request everyone to be along with me. Is my screen visible, Umesh ji?
Yes.
All right. So the use case I have for AI is for physical verification of assets. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So so this is a use case where a client is being audited or physically verified for multiple locations, and the physical verification is conducted on the same day. Suppose there is this particular situation where the audit is conducted at the same time and the same date, and various associates of the chartered accountant visit to the multiple location of the client, and data is obtained, collated and consolidated report is generated after the physical verification is done. Now, if the auditee at the branch is not available, is absent, then immediately one action is required. Now, in this situation, what is the traditional way to do it? The auditors will go and do the audit or say physical verification, and get the Excel data in Excel, share it over mail, and then thereafter the HO will collate all the data manually after the physical verification. All the communication will be done over the phone. However, in our case, we have used the power of Microsoft 365 to ease out the things, to create efficiency, first of all, and to generate the communication also through power of Microsoft 365. So there are 3 apps which we'll be using: MS Forms, Power Automate, and Copilot. I'll directly jump onto the screen of Microsoft 365. Here it is. So this is the home screen of Microsoft 365. It has number of apps over here. So we'll be using Power Automate and Forms, Microsoft Form. It is not available here, but it can be searched from here. Here it is. Right. So once you will click on the form, it will be, this screen will be visible. You can create form through standardized templates, which is available here. However, we'll be creating a new form. These forms are basically used for surveys and feedbacks. However, this is, the case study which we have. This is an innovative way to solve our problem. So once you will create a new form, this screen will be visible. I have created few questions on the form. Dummy question. It's a dummy limited physical verification. Then this is the form name, and this is the summary of what is the form all about. Then we can create questions out of it. The answer could be in multiple choices, text, or it may be, the answer may be in ratings, the answer may be in date, ranking, net promotion score, and section. Section is something which we have also used in our case. So I'll move on. So date of audit, name of auditor, and so on and so forth. We can create a form. So I have already created the form by now to save time. So we can just jump onto that. So this is the dummy company private limited. This is the narration. I've created a section of primary details. The details are as such. Date of audit. The answer will be only date. Name of the auditor. I mean the person who is going there. He will put his name. The location ID of the branch. It must be number because it is an ID which is 104 110 whatever number he will put. So restriction is on the number. Now this is the fourth question, whether auditee is available on work site. The answer will be either in yes or no. Now this is an important question. I'll discuss it later part of the discussion. Section 2 would be admin department asset. Now we have categorized that in different departments. Number of chairs, the answer will be numbers. Number of cabinets, the answer will be numbers. The second department would be the section 3, IT department, number of laptops, number of desktops, and so on. Remarks also they can put. Now, once the form is created, it will look like this. So this is the desktop version, which will be available to the auditor at the site location, and the mobile view would be like this. Right. So just a moment. Yeah. So this will be once he will be completing the responses will be submitted to the HO, and it will be a dashboard will be created immediately. It will be a real time the moment he will be submitting the responses. The dashboard will be created like this, and an Excel also will be created here immediately real time. So this will look like this. So data collection thing is already done. Yeah, just a moment. The data collection thing is done. Now we'll go to the second point where we want to create a response also if the person is not available, which was question number 4. If the auditee is not there, then the person who is going there should respond no, and the notification should be immediately be available to the auditor at HO so that the appropriate action can be taken. So for that we are using Power Automate. This is a very powerful tool of MS 365, which is condition based, and it also integrates with Microsoft Forms. So this is the beauty of Microsoft 365, that it integrates all its applications. So what we have done is, when the response is submitted, so this is we have created this condition. There are 3-4 steps into it. The first condition is to select the form. The second condition is stage is to identify the question. The fourth question is identified over here, that this is the question, and the condition is over here that if the answer is equal to no, then if the answer is true, then send me a mobile notification. And then the notification would look like auditee not available, branch ID. Now again, this is a ID, which is a dynamic field. So the notification will be along with the ID itself, so that we will be identifying which branch and on which branch the auditee is not available. In case the answer to it is yes, he is available, then there is no notification being required, because that should not bother me, and the auditor should continue with the audit and submit the response. So this is the case study. So it solves two problems. One is coalition of data real time, and the second is identification of any person who is not available in location which is not available for the purpose of audit. Now coming back to the slide.
Attention.
So these are more few cases where we can use it. Account balance confirmation through form. So vendor communication or customer account balance communication, that can also be done. GST mismatch communication can be done. Expense reimbursement. So all these can be done with the combination of Microsoft Form and Power Automate. So this is from my side. Thank you very much. I hope I justify with the time.
Yes, thank you, Ajay ji. And it was a very nice representation. You have covered a practical use case of physical verification. Our chartered accountants do this activity on their regular audits, and you have taken through the physical verification use case, then to the Google form, then how to create a form. That was a very useful thing. Then even you have shown that you can use your mobile also as well as your laptop. That is very important. And then to the Excel, and to the most important thing is the Power Automate. So Power Automate will use the artificial intelligence and answer the queries whichever are there. So it was one of the good use cases that you have represented. Daya sir, do you want to comment?
Yes, Umesh bhai, I think Ajay, one point which I would like to compliment you is basically you made the life simple of people. People, when they talk about automation or they talk about AI or might be any other tool in the entire process, generally people feel that we need to buy certain tools from somewhere and the cost is going to be very high. This example, friends, is actually a message to you all people that what are the tools which are available on our hand, on our mobile device itself. That actually matters. Rightly put by you, Umesh bhai. The point is how effectively you are able to use the current or available tools in the right form. One is an external tool which we need to buy and use. Two, which is the most important part, which are those tools which are available around us. That is something which you all have to actually understand, and that has been done well. Thank you very much, Ajay, for making it. Thank you, Umesh bhai. Over to you next.
Thank you.
So thank you. And one more request for all the participants, please rank your panelists, because that is the most important thing, because top 3 panelists will be selected for further hackathon. So all participants, please rank your panelist. So now let's move to the another panelist, who is CA Akanksha Gupta, and she will be giving the use case. And we have 3 ladies this time, so the number of female panelists is increasing, and that is a very welcome thing. So let's welcome Akanksha. Over to you, Akanksha.
Thank you so much, Umesh Sarji. So let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you for the opportunity. The use case that I have today is to make our research, mainly investment research, 100 times faster with the use of AI. I know there have been multiple times when we as CAs in our day-to-day lives have been given big documents where we just wish somebody could just direct us to that particular client query and provide us with the answer. So don't worry, AI is here for us to answer our queries. So let me begin with the actual tools that we can use for our. So the first tool that we are going to use for our investment analysis is a tool called Chat PDF. Now what you can do is just upload any PDF here and you can chat with that PDF. So Chat PDF will give you the answer to any question that you have regarding the particular document. Now what I have already uploaded here is an offer memorandum of a multifamily investment in the US. This is a real estate investment opportunity that I want to analyze. So I will just click on it. Now, if you see, you already get all these questions for you to answer. So let's say I want to summarize the investment opportunity, strategy, and financials in the bullet points. I first want to take a look at the opportunity quickly. I don't want to, waste my time going through the entire document. So let me see. Perfect. So now I know what is the opportunity. This is an apartment with historically low vacancy rates. The market is in Port Orchard in the US. It is a strong rental market. The strategy, what is the investment strategy? To take advantage of the strong rental market performance and to negotiate a new tax agreement. And the financials, gross rental income, operating income, while the pro forma net operating income and gross rental income is this. So, okay. this looks good, but as a CA, I want my numbers also. So let me ask it some other questions. So I want it to analyze and compare the actual versus pro forma gross rental income and highlight the net changes as a percentage. Let's see if AI can do that for us. Perfect. So the gross rental income in the pro forma rent versus the actual rent has increased by 6.24%. Let's see if I want to invest in this opportunity or not. Let me also see how the expenses increase or decrease. So let me ask it another question. Compare the actual versus pro forma expenses. In just a few seconds, I have my answer here. And I did not have to go through this entire document to analyze the change in expense and income here. So that's how easy it is with AI. Now, this was a real estate opportunity that I just analyzed. But what about stocks? Stocks need a lot of analysis, right? So let's say my client has come to me and is asking me whether I should invest in Reliance or not. For that, I will need to do some fundamental analysis and some technical analysis. For the fundamental analysis, I will have to go through the entire annual reports for 2022, 2023. Well, AI can make it easy for us. So let me show you how. Now, this is a tool which is called otayo.ai. I have already, so you can simply import the annual reports for 2022 and 23 for Reliance. I've already done that. Now, you can even compare the two reports here together to see what were the changes in the 2 years and whether we all know Reliance is worth investing. But let's see what the analysis says. So I will just select the two documents and I will start my chat with the document. So you can see here, two link attached. Now let me ask the question. So my first question is, what were the new products or acquisitions entered into 2023 versus 2022? Let's see if AI can answer that for us. Once it's loading, the two documents are loading.
After this, you do one comparison of two profitability with turnover also, rather than a specific question.
So till the time AI is generating the answer, there are some other questions also. Okay, so if you see here, it's generating the answer. The company scaled up its own brands business, complemented by these acquisitions. They denote a key focus on the product lines. And then I can ask it further questions related to what was the brand's business, what were the acquisition, etc. Now let me also ask if there are certain trends which it can see in the expenses, because I need my numbers. So let's see what AI can give to us. So cost of materials consumed shows an upward trend. Now, this also depends on the prompt that you're giving. So if I give it a specific prompt on the actual numbers, it can also give me the actual numbers over here. So what were the...
Can you get the actual numbers?
Yeah, sure. So this is the actual numbers that we can see here. So the raw materials increase, work in progress, finished goods.
Can you ask for a ratio also?
Sorry?
Net profit to sales ratio. What is the net profit ratio and all? Can you just check? And compare with 2 years.
I am not sure if, if I copy all this info, sorry, actually, I have exhausted my number of queries here. So for this particular, I think the free version only allows 5 queries. Let me see if I can do another login and ask the same questions. Can I move to the next?
Move to the next.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Attention. Last 2 minutes remaining.
Okay. So now our research is not just limited to these particular documents. For any fundamental analysis, we also have to go to the internet and do our research. Now, this is just fundamental analysis. Let us suppose I also want to do a technical analysis and I want to understand what technical analysis actually means. So for that, I have a tool called Merlin.ai. So let me just open the tool. So if I write chat with this web page, now this is a particular web page on what technical analysis actually means that I have opened, because I want to understand what basic candle chart means. So let me ask it a question. I explain the basic candlestick patterns. So on the basis of this web page, it will answer to me what are the candlestick patterns. I can also go to any Reliance page and ask a particular question. This was just a basic example. Now, the fun part over here is that on the basis of this web page, I can even ask AI to draft a LinkedIn post for me. So if you see here, it has even, on the basis of this web page, it has even drafted a LinkedIn post on candlestick charts for me, which with hashtags, which I can directly post on LinkedIn. Of course, after thorough analysis. Now, we have analyzed documents, we have analyzed web page, but nowadays information is not just limited to web pages. We also need to analyze and go through certain videos, podcasts for our latest understanding. So for that, there is another tool. If you see here, this is our very own CA Rachna Ranede's latest video on why did the market crash. So I don't want to go through the entire 1 hour video. I don't have that much time. So I can just ask AI to summarize this video for me.
Time's up.
Okay. Thank you. So if you see the summary has been created here.
Yeah. Thank you, Akanksha. And it was a very good walkthrough through the different analytical skill sets for investments, for the research. And you have shown the chat PDF AI tool, then OTIO tool also, and one more tool. And this is very important to note here that one use case was relating to the annual report, and one use case you have given about the property. So friends, please stick to the one use case for this one hackathon. Multiple tool, you get lesser time, but thanks Akanksha for sharing these things. And I will sum up with my chairman's note. Chairman, over to you.
No, nothing. Of course, good to answer.
Okay.
That is good. And rightly stated by you, I think everyone should focus maximum on 2, not more than 2, because you have only 10 minutes time, so that you can actually go in depth and show the entire thing. That will actually benefit the people who are participating and watching this hackathon. That gives them also the confidence that they can actually experiment. That is something that you need to focus.
Yeah. So thank you. Now let's move to the another panelist now, Kumar Mangalam. So over to you, Kumar. Are you ready with your use case?
Yes, sir.
Over to you.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. So firstly, I have to thank you for all of you. So I am starting my use case. Okay. Is my screen is visible, sir?
Yes.
Okay, sir. So as per our respected chairman, president told about that, there are the AI and finance. There are the very vast sector. large sector. They have given the large aspects, their prospects for that. For that, integrating of the AI with finance will be given the highlighting for that various fields. As per the artificial intelligence has its vast fields such like the machine learning, NLP, computer vision, robotics, etc. Along with that, finance also has its own sector such like banking, insurance, financial markets. As per the given data, as per the market data, banking has already started the automation of in the finance sector. As given data, there are the 32% people are using AI in the finance, in the banking sector. So why we use AI by the professionals? Because we have to summarize, explanation and accuracy for the data and the presentation of that data. As a summarization, there are the large quantity of data. We have to summarize that, and that summary, if any
instead of giving this reasoning, directly come to the used case.
Sure, sir. So my previous panelists have told me that use case of the AI tools for the summarization and explanation of the document. So I will not go through for that. So I will go through for the AI tools for the summarization and explanation of the images. It is the main part for that. As recently ChatGPT 4 has given that feature, but it is the paid version. So I will use the free version for that. That will be the Cloud AI.
Please share your screen.
Yes, sir.
Tech team, please help.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. So you can share again.
Sure, sir. Okay. Is my screen visible, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So this is the dashboard, which it contains the various large amount of data. So how can we can be summarized for that data? How can we analyze this data? And how can we can follow up that data in the small time? So it will be used by the Cloud AI. This is one of the ChatGPT like tool. It is similar like ChatGPT, but it gives the it can be able to chat with the PDF also and images also similarly. So I will attach that image in this. That will be the screenshot of that dashboard. So I have uploaded. So maybe it will be okay. So it will be the uploaded. So give some okay. So I have given command. So it will be the analyze that data and given for the summaries of that data. Okay. Yeah. So it will be generating the summary of all dashboard. And what is the so it is given that the dashboard is about the showing KPI of the Vico software company. And if we given that give this of diagrams. So it will be also read the which diagrams are the used in that dashboard. It will be given the output of that, all of that. Hello. So by this way you can make sure that your image you can chat with the images also. Similarly, so AI tools for the summarization. As given case, my previous panelists shown that how can you use YouTube video for the summarization. For that, we can use the Summarize Tech website. For that, I'll choose the video, which all of you know that the glimpse of the YouTube video will AI replace of the chartered accountants. I have put that video link in that box, and it will be give the summary, present the all of the summary of that video, and along with that 5 minutes breakup also, which can be helpful for the how can that video in that which part is main, we can be analyzed for that. But as use of that AI, it can be the future trends that the advance of the technology in finance, integration with it can be blockchain. Along with that, there are with future trends. It will also has many certain challenges. It can be such like the bias and fairness of the AI algorithms, regulatory challenges and compliance, etc. At that last, we have to conclude my presentation that due to the AI, we can be use many opportunities also, and it will be also we are used to that AI for the human-centric approach, which will be the helpful for us, not by the machine-centric approach, which can be helpful, which can be not helpful for us. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I will end up my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Kumar Mangalam, for the use case on Cloud 3 of the recognition of image and analyzing all the financial data from that image. So thank you. Now let's move toward the another panelist, Subha Chandran. So let's welcome Subha Chandran with a loud applause, and over to you, Subha Chandran.
Hope I am audible. And
yeah, you are audible. Welcome.
Yeah. First of all, thanks for the opportunity by ICAI and AI and ICAI committee, our president, vice chairman, and AI committee president and vice chairman. And I'll share my screen and start with my presentation.
बोलो बॉस क्या बोल रहे थे?
Yeah.
Tick.
Just a minute.
क्या बोले?
Able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. So today we are going to talk about a tool which helps data analytics, or which is the core of financial analysis. So this tool name is called Datagen. It's an AI-powered data analytic companion. So the tool can be reached at this given address. And let us talk about what this tool about. So in my presentation, I will be taking first few minutes to explain what is this and example of how this can be utilized with a use case. So first, this tool can be used to connect to your XLS, CSV or XLSP files or databases as well. Basically, our day in day out life revolves around our Excel, which is our go-to tool for analysis. So many times we need to know formulas. We need to know how to do complex things, but with the help of AI, can we take advantage and move faster? So for me, AI is nothing but 10x faster, anything. So that's how we see. So this helps simple onboarding of your data. All that needed is your data to be in a table format. So it is like a column, rows with headers. Next, what should we do? Okay, I have loaded my data. What will we do? Ask your question about the data in plain language and get real-time insights. What you wanted from the data, from your data set. Next, so how this can be done? What are the things which I'm asking questions. What are the things I can do? So first, if you are all familiar with Power BI, Tableau, or any other data analytics tool, there are three portions to it. One, you have to do the ETL. That means extraction, transforming the data and loading the data for analysis. And then, for example, in Power BI, we use Power Query. And then in the front end, we use DAX to write the formulas for the visualization and then use the visualization tools. The same here can be done just by our natural language. So that is what we are trying, we will be able to do this tool. Second, so we have done, it's a web-based tool. We have seen the outputs. It can be downloaded. The output is on the table. In the table format, it can be downloaded as an Excel. If it is a visualization, it can be saved as a picture. So one thing the tool offers is the data security. That means the data what we upload is not sent to any large language models. And number two, once you sign out or close your session, your data in the backend is also deleted. So which means the data is never stored in anywhere else. So quickly, whatever they offer on the pricing, it's a 2-day free trial, and then per day it's 99, and week it's 699, and because we also need to know how much it is affordable. Then I'm quickly going into the session. I think I'll just doing the session. I'll first log out because it was already logged in. So this is the page, the genipro.org is the page where we can access. Since already I have an account here, I'm signing in. Once we signed in, we will be having data guidelines how to do is the data genie. So they say it's all the sheets should be in rows and columns and headers, which I highlighted, and unnecessary data need not be there. Like you think about you feeding into a Power BI or a data Tableau or something like that. The columns must have headers, and better to avoid errors. What we have understood. And date fields. So basically, the data types are three types. So the numbers, text, and date. So the date should not be error. So these are the things which is a guideline. So let us quickly load a particular dummy file which I have created. So once we loaded, we say upload. So it says file uploaded successfully. Now I have multiple sheets, but all I wanted to analyze is the sales of 2023, sales of 2022, and then I have a expense report as well. For right now, I'm using these two data. So once I load the particular sheets, so it gives you a preview of what this sheet contains about. So it gives the table first few lines to know what it is. Then quickly, I have for the interest of the time, given the time, I'm trying to showcase the three things. One is the ETL portion, the other one is the analysis, the third one is the visualization, and the fourth one is the versatility. So let us quickly get into the ETL portion. So I'm asking ETL here. So generally, many times the data what we receive might not be in the format what we need. Maybe the columns are the data what we need are in columns, not in rows. So quickly, I wanted to convert the sales. Sorry for the navigation. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say here is my sales value and material cost value in columns. I need it in rows. So I also need it for the first top 10 customers. So unpivot the sales and material cost of the sales of the year 2022 for the top 10 customers. So once I click, it takes a couple of seconds. And now we have the data. So if you see here, it gives the top 10 customers and their sales value, and then the material cost value one by one. So this is one example of the ETL data, your extraction, transformation, and loading. So let us quickly move into simple analysis. So I can ask top 5 customers by sales and by region. So if I put it, Yeah, I think there is a problem with my data. So I'll move on to the next question. So here we are going a little bit complex. So where I want the sales percentage to total sales of the top 5 customers, profit, their profit percentage, and percentage to total profit. Generally, it takes at least half an hour to 1 hour to get the data clean and get all these informations. All we need is try and give as much as details what you want in the page, and it easily calculates, get the top 5 customers, its sales value, its profit value, percentage to sales, the total sales, the mix, and percentage of profit, and profit percentage to the total, profit value to the total, the respective customer's profit value to the total profit. So if here, the interesting thing you have seen here is the profit value. So if I go back to the original data set, it does not have a profit. So that means it's sales cost, sales value, and material cost value. This is per unit, and this is value. So where the AI analyzes and understands how to calculate the profit, and it also calculates the way percentages as well. So this is the complexity level next. So we go one more step. Okay, I'm getting
Attention. Last 2 minutes remaining.
Yes. Just so also, as I said, I can click here. The table will be downloaded, and you can take it for your further analysis or share it with the team. Finally, these 2 points: the trend analysis, the visualization. So what I'm asking is, from the table, if we see original table, the month name are there are 2 tables for the year 2 years. The month names are not properly given here, but I wanted to analyze by month. For the comparison between these 2 years sales, and also I wanted to be properly sorted by April to March, because in Excel we always encounter when we sort the month name, it will not, after April you will get August. Now I have also given that logic here. So let us wait and see how we get so in a fraction of second, it did the ETL, it calculated the sales, and it calculated the 2022 sales year and given the color code of 2023, and by month it has sorted. So this can be saved and downloaded for shared for your further analysis. So now versatility. What happens is, it is not about the same data it understands and do. So I have one more report, expense report. So it gives the data, and if I ask, this is an expense report. So by employees, I'm asking calculate top 3 employees from the expense report, the amount along with their category of expenses, payment method, and currency. So it's too much to ask at a given point in time. So in a fraction of second, it gives you these 3: David, Miller, Jason, and Stephen, and their travel category, their method of payment, what currency they have used, and what is the value. So in short, what I'm trying to say is, we are having a tool which will help you to get rid of the barrier of non-technical, the technical side of it. So non-technical people can also just use by their words and get the analysis done in fraction of a second. And thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, Subhachandran, for the analysis of the Datagen tool, and you have also elaborated the ETL, and that is very important. That is extraction, then T is for transformation, and L is for loading. So this concept we have learned today, ETL. So whatever Excel data is there, the Datagen is taking, extracting, transforming, and loading. So a good use case you have presented. So thank you, Subhachandran, for your use case and time. Now, panelists, participants, please rate the panelist. It is very important for us for the future analysis. So ranking of your is the need of our. Please do it. So let's welcome the another panelist, that is Gayatri Praveen. So over to you, Gayatri Praveen.
Thank you. I'm just sharing my screen parallelly while I start my presentation. Hope it is visible.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So today I'm talking about AI capability in Power BI. So I'm just taking a very simple case and not going to any kind of complicated aspects, a very simple use case of AI capabilities embedded within Power BI. So first, when I just ask Google, what is Power BI? It gives me all these things. It gives me some fancy jargons like data discovery, collaboration, and whatnot. It may look so complicated, but to put it in simple words, what is Power BI? Power BI is a tool which will help you convert data in this format to this format. So from this boring Excel format of black and white numbers, you can have the data put into beautiful charts and statistical analysis. And it's not just the beautification part, it also helps you do a lot of analysis. Now, when I show something like this, although it looks beautiful, many people must be thinking this must involve a lot of technical knowledge. I need to probably learn a lot of Power BI tools and aspects before I'm able to do something like this and get my required output out of Power BI. So today I'm going to talk about small tools in Power BI, which does not require you to do so many things and still you're able to make use of it. You don't have to be an expert in Power BI, but still have a use case scenario where you'll be able to use Power BI. And that is why my topic for today is use of Power BI and its AI capabilities for doing some financial analysis and using the quick insights and the Q&A option embedded within Power BI. Let me show you a simple data that I am considering for this. This is a basic sales data you may find in any small business or anything, and I'm keeping it very simple. The basic things like the order ID, product, location, sales, value, and all that. And then what I do, I am using this and incorporating into a Power BI document. So when I put the basic data and give it like a chart, it's giving me this kind of an output, which again looks a little boring or a little not too appealing. Then I use the other available options and I am able to create something like this. So here you can see it's a very good pictorial representation of the sales. So the first one talks about the country-wise sales. Then you can see it is talking about the product-wise sales. And then you can see it is talking about the month-wise sales. Although this looks beautiful, when I'm going and presenting it to someone, nobody is going to go look deep into this chart, find out what is this product, which product made more profit, which product made less profit. So again, it becomes a task for me to sit and type it and summarize it and present it to maybe a layman or maybe your client, whoever is not too much well versed into this kind of activity. So to avoid that kind of thing, there is an option in Power BI which is called a smart narrative. And as the name suggests, it is smart, meaning it has an AI embedded into it. So on this side, you have over here. So when I click on this, something like this appears. It's just taking a second. So something like this appears. So what I have done, I have already done the same thing with a better format so that it is better visible when I present it. So over here, you can see whatever data is over here on the top, it has been summarized in words. You may have thought that I have probably written this down initially for better understanding, but no, this was generated automatically by Power BI. And another beauty to this is not fixed. Anytime you make changes in the data, this is going to update and you can just use that data to do your further presentation. Not just changes in the base data, you can also apply filter onto this Power BI presentation itself. Now, for example, in this particular sheet, I have country-wise, product-wise, month-wise, but I'm seeing this on an overall basis. What if I want to analyze one specific thing? Let's say I want to analyze the data for USA. So as soon as I click on this, you can see everything in the sheet is changing. You can see this product-wise sales is updated, month-wise is updated, and you can also see that the numbers below have updated. They are not the same that it was before. I can similarly apply this for a product. Maybe I'll just click, you can see the changes everywhere in the file now. So I'm just clicking and you can see here also, you can see it is loading and it has updated in maybe a second's time. So this is not just a pictorial representation like how we do in PPT, wherein it is stagnant. Here you can just make the changes. You can immediately get the data, and this is just the basic data. You can customize it as per your requirement, add more fields to it, and make it more usable for your day-to-day requirement. Now, when I do something like this, I'm sure many of you must be thinking, "Arey, this Power BI is for all those people who do high-level financial analysis or part of very big companies." Also, if I want to do this, even with my simple data, I need to first learn Power BI. I need to learn how to put data into it, how to get all these charts and colorful things, and only then I will get this. That is a wrong perception. There is another option in Power BI which does not require you to know all these technicalities. It is just a very simple thing which is available right next to this smart narrative option, and it is called Q&A. And as the name suggests, it is nothing but a simple Q&A. I ask question to Power BI and it replies me. So I've just clicked on it and let's just wait for it to load. Yeah. So here you see this has come. This also can be customized and made look beautiful as per our requirement. I am just keeping it as it is for time being. And I have just pre-drafted some questions for our easy reference. So I am just asking it, what is your product with highest sale in March 23? So it is saying coffee. What if I want to cross verify it? What if I want to really know if coffee is the one? So I can just go to this place. You can see here, I hope it is visible, that coffee is in blue color. And I can also see, if I just put my cursor here, coffee has contributed 7.88% of the sale. And all these other things are in the descending order. So you can see all the other things are going lower, meaning coffee is the highest contributor. And what language I have used? Very simple. I don't have to write anything more or anything technical. I'm just simply asking, what is the product with the highest sale in March? I don't even have to mention anything more. The very simple things that we need to remember while drafting question is the Power BI understands only these headings. Now, for example, I have order ID. If instead of order ID, if I want to call it order number, it is not going to understand. Because according to it, in this particular table, it is called order ID. So, or if this is called product and not some item or anything like that. So I need to use the same terminology when I'm drafting the question. That is the only thing I need to keep in mind. Maybe I can ask some other question and see if it is answering. So you can see I'm asking which is the lowest sale or which product has the lowest sale, and it is quickly able to answer me. Similarly, maybe I can just ask something a little different. So it says month with least sale in the product coffee. So it says this is the value and this is the month. It's giving me all the details. So this makes my life very simple, and I just need to draft the question just in the right way and have the data uploaded in the right way. I don't even need to do all of these things. Now, it may seem like, this is probably used only by people who have a lot of data, who have a lot of analysis. What am I going to do? I am just a CA in practice, or I am just having a startup. That is a wrong notion about Power BI. Power BI can be used in many situations. It can be anybody, and in any kind of activities we can use. So just to illustrate that, I'll just show you another example.
2 minutes remaining.
Sure. So I'll show you another example wherein I have this data. Let's assume this is a CA firm who are having this client related sales, and they've just categorized their customer based on the turnover that they are giving. So I have created this, uploaded this into another Power BI. I did nothing. I just selected this Excel workbook option and selected, uploaded this data, selected the file and uploaded. Let me ask a simple question to it. If there is any client with total value more than 50 lakhs, and I have categorized it as medium, because according to me, a medium customer is someone who is less than 50 lakhs and more than 50 lakhs is large. This is just my internal classification to understand how much importance I need to give to each client. So it says there is one client who is categorized as medium but has a turnover more than, or say revenue contribution more than 50 lakhs. I can just re-verify this in the pivot I have put for easy reference, and it does say 52 lakhs. So how does this help me? So when a partner of a firm analyzes data like this without knowing Power BI, simply puts the Q&A option, put this, he is able to know what kind of preparedness he should have for the client. He can devote more resources to this, or maybe he has to give more attention to this particular client, understand what is this new business that is coming, and he can have all kind of preparedness. Usually we may just go and ask the accountant, why did you not intimate me that there is so much sales to this particular customer or client, and I should have been more prepared. All those kind of things can be avoided if we simply use this Q&A option in Power BI. And this Power BI, even if you're not someone into business, you can use it even in your own personal finance. Just upload your bank statement in the right format and ask Power BI, tell me where did I spend more during the month? Which particular shop did I spend more? Did I do more of shopping on clothes or eating? And it's going to give you the answer, and you can always plan your personal expenses as well. So this was my illustration. Thank you so much.
Gayatri, let's applaud you for the beautiful presentation on the Power BI. It was a sharp, it was a crisp, and it was to the point. You have used the capabilities of Power BI and very effectively you have given the analysis how to use the smart narrative, then Q&A options in the Power BI, and you made it a simple dashboard analysis and how a CA can use it. So thanks, Gayatri, for your use case, and it was nice to see the presentation. So thank you.
Thank you.
Now let's move toward the another panelist, that is CA Alok Sethi. So let's welcome CA Alok Sethi with his use case. Over to you, Alok ji.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, all the participants. Welcome you to this hackathon. So I am presenting a simple use case. You have been listening to all the very eminent speakers over an hour now. Okay, so I think the faces would be looking like this of all the participants. So if this is how it looks when you look for the AI function for the first time, okay, this was just to bring a smile on your face. Okay, now my use case, I will be discussing on how to do a expense reconciliation where you have a budget and you have actual expenses. So let's say when you plan for your personal expenses or you want for your company's expenses, you create a budget for a category, different category of expenses, and then actually the expenses happen. So you have one source table in your Excel where the budget is created, and then you download your bank statement, and then you manually find out, okay, this is the budget which I set for this expense, but this is how it went. So whether it is over budgeted, over expanded, or it is short expanded, or we have saved any money. But now this can be done automated. This can be automated, and I'm using the tool Copilot for this. So how we are going to do this? Let us directly jump to Excel and I'll show you how this can be done. I hope my Excel screen is visible to everyone. So first of all, you have to integrate your AI tools into Excel. Now, how do we integrate AI tools into Excel? So you have to go to the Home tab and then click on this add-in tool over here, add-in button over here. And once you come to the add-in, you have to again press this add more add-ins. And once you are there in the add more add-in, you will be able to type in Copilot for Excel. So yeah, so it will take you to the Microsoft Office add-in and you have the search button over here. You will just search for Copilot for finance. And it's a great tool. Right now it is only doing reconciliation, but then you can do much other things also. So here you click on the add button and that's get added to your Excel. Now, since I've already added it, I'll just skip this part. You can do that. Now, once you add in the Copilot tool, what you have to do, I have already imported the data so as to save time, but I'll just go through it one more time for the participants. So ready to explore, select the suggestions below to get started. So we have the data with us. We have one demo trip budget. So this file, this sheet has weekday, date, expense category, and the budget amount. There are different expense category like flight, transportation, lodging, entertainment, food, etc. And there is a record of a week, like we have put some budget for these expenses. Now the second sheet has the bank statement where you find that all the date-wise expenses which have occurred are there, but it has a column which says transaction category, and you have put a similar category which was there in your budget. Now what you do is you click on this reconcile data, and then it'll ask you to choose the worksheets which you want to reconcile. So we want to reconcile two worksheets, that is the demo trip budget and the demo bank statement. So in the demo trip budget, there is already a table. So in Excel, when you create any table, when you select any data and you press Ctrl T, a table is created. This is already a table. You will see the name of the table in the table design tab. This is called trip budget table. Similarly, the demo bank statement has the name bank statement, demo bank statement. So when I select this first sheet, demo trip budget, it automatically takes me to the trip budget table. when I select the second sheet, that is demo bank statement, it takes me to the bank statement table. Now I want to reconcile this. I'll click on next. When I click on next, the AI tool automatically detects the common column between the two tables. So it has given me three hierarchies over here in the budget table: date, expenditure category, and the budget amount. So if you see the trip budget statement, it has the date, it has the expense category, and it has the budget amount. When you come to the bank statement, the three columns which are identified are transaction date, transaction category, and the amount. The headings are different, but you see the data would be similar. Now, when you are satisfied that the AI has identified both the columns properly, then you can click on next. When you click on next, it will read both the tables, the data in the table, and it will create a reconciliation on its own. You can see that the progress is going on now. It is completed to the extent of 100%. Once it is done, you will get a preview in a new sheet created, which will be automatically generated, the report, and this will be called as a reconciliation report. Now let me show you the report. Now see, this report is having many tables. So I'll just walk you through the report. So the first table is unmatched transactions. So the transactions which are not matched between the budget and the total, the bank statement, it is showing that. Let me resize the first column because the dates are not visible. Okay, so you can see the dates now, then the expenditure category and the amount. See, 19th Feb 2024 entertainment budget was 160. But on 19th Feb 24 entertainment, the expenditure was 30 rupees only. So there is a difference of 130. Again, similar transaction, like say 21st Feb, food 120 was the budget, the expenditure is 110. So there is a 10 rupees saving. Wherever there is a saving, it is saying in a plus, in a positive number, and wherever there is a over expenditure, the number is coming in negative. So if we analyze on 22nd Feb, the food expenditure was supposed to be 120, but it was actually 150. So there is a 30 rupees negative sign over here. If you see there is a difference of 180, that means the total budget was 1870, but the total expenditure incurred was 2050, and there is an over expenditure to the extent of 180. Secondly, now wherever you find potentially matched transactions where you could match the transaction, it is giving you this, that these were the transactions which were matched. And there is one more category of matched transactions. So the report is divided into three parts: unmatched, potentially matched, and completely matched. So completely matched are those dates where your expenditure was within the budget and is exactly the same budget. Now, once you do this, once this is done, then what you can do also is to export this report into PDF. So once you complete the reconciliation, that reconciliation, whatever is done, can be exported in a PDF format, and that PDF report you can take a printout, or you can email to your boss or anyone whom you are supposed to report. So all this is possible with this case study. So this reconciliation is there, and it gives you a complete reconciliation. There is an option of save as PDF. When you click on save as PDF, you will see that reconciliation summary would be there. And now I am on the reconciliation summary. I think you are able to see my screen, and it is saying that there are 13 set of transactions perfectly matched. On the second paragraph, it's saying 4 set of transactions are listed as potential match. That means there are the date and amount is matching, but we need to reconcile.
Last 2 minutes remaining.
Yes. And then 14 transactions are such which are not matched. So this is a report which is being generated, and you can see. So this is one illustration. Now, how you can apply in your practical is you can reconcile your GST ITC credit with this. So you can download your data from GST portal, and you can download your data from your Tally 2B, 2A, and that ledger you can give the GST number as a mapping key and the amount of CGST or SGST, and that will give you a reconciliation statement out of it. So I hope you like my case and thank you. I'm done.
Thank you, Alokji, for the beautiful analysis of the Copilot Finance. And it was a very practical that you shown that where to go, which add-on to be done. And that is very useful for our members and participants to note it down and use the Copilot Finance. It is a new kit which has come up with a lot of capabilities. And you can use it for the reconciliation. The use case was given by Alokji along with the practical data, and also he has given you glimpses that you can use it for your GST, ITC reconciliation and many more things. So thanks Alokji for your case study on the Copilot Finance and Excel. So let's move toward the next panelist. Now I am welcoming Sabah Sheikh. So Sabah, you are welcome for the today's hackathon. Over to you for your use case.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you for the opportunity. Let me start by sharing my screen. Yeah. So today's use case that I'm going to be taking up is for consolidation of our financials. The technique that I'm going to be using is using of VBA codes for generating, use of AI for generating the VBA codes. So what happens in our smaller firms, a lot of time we have clients who have multiple branches or multiple GST numbers. So for that, we need to maintain the data as a separate entity. And at the year end, what happens is one of our article or someone tries to collate this data manually or by use of some software. But what happens is every client's data or every client must be using different software. So we do get stuck and there's a scope of a lot of errors. So what I've done here is I've tried to generate a macro. Now we all know that generating a macro is the best technique for using any repetitive action. Yet we are not able to actually use it for optimization, because what happens is like macro also has limitations. Like if you are inserting any cell in the whole macro goes for a toss. If you want to add any action, the whole code goes for a toss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to generate the take the help of AI to generate the codes better and which are more relevant to the given file. So let me start by going to the file. So here what I have done is I have taken the two data of two companies which are divided into accounts, balance group, debit balance and credit balance. What I have here is a trial balance of one company and a trial balance of second company. Now what I'm going to do is what I've done is I've created a master data for all these accounts. Like if this is an account, what is the parent group, master group, fin group, and fin object? You can name it differently, but basically it reflects to the kind of detailing that you want to go in. Now, when I want to create a macro, usually what we do is we go here and we start imitating the action. So the first thing I want to do here is create a column called as net amount here, which will eventually consolidate my data and give me a pivot of the same. So usually what I do is I start this macro. Let me name it as console. Yeah. Create it. And I'll require a macro called as console. Yeah. I'm going to replace that. Yeah. And I'm going to do certain action. But what happens a lot of times, these actions are either not captured properly, or if I'm inserting a line, or if I want its formatting, this goes for a toss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the help of AI. I'm going to stop recording this macro. I'll go to ChatGPT. I'll go and upload this file into ChatGPT. Cause demo file. Now, can I use this technique with a free version? The answer is yes, but I'll still face a problem, which is my range and references might go for a toss. Whereas if I have a rated version, I can upload the file. So if I am making an error, or if I'm not very particular about giving the right reference, the ChatGPT will still understand it, and my macro code will be up to the maximum limitation. So let me just write this code for you. modified VBA code of this photo. Okay. Now I'll just first step I do is I'll upload this file and I'll tell them to write a modified VBA code so that the file has been given reference to. I've created certain prompts already. So I'm telling I'll take these 4 prompts together. Okay. I'm saying in the column E of this workbook, clear this column, put net amount here or the word net here and give me a difference of these 2 columns C and D here. And also repeat this process for company 2 sheet as well. So let me just do this. So a particular code which would have taken me hours to generate, AI is giving me within seconds. So what I do here is I go ahead and I have this code already. Remember, I've created that macro called as console. Let me just go here, edit it, copy it, paste it, and then just run it through. Now, what I have is, I have the column net in company 1 as well as company 2. The next thing I want to do is I want to have console data here, and I want a certain header here, which I have already taken it in my prompt. That I want the data headers to be accounts A, B, C, so on and so forth. And I also want to format this. So let me just go ahead and add this command prompt here, which will tell me add below action to the above review. So I've just told the AI that what I need as a header and what should be, how it should be formatted. So let's see if it's working out or not. And while it is being done, let me show you whether this command also works for something that I've already removed. So let me remove this particular line and we'll rerun this code. So this code is still being generated. Let us give it a minute to finish it. Okay, that's a second. Yeah. So I'll just go ahead and copy the code here. Paste it. This is coming in between. Yeah. What I do it correctly. Yeah. And let's run it. So as you can see, what I had removed, it has again repopulated it. I have the headers correctly. And what I have done, I'll just quickly walk through. I'll not take a lot of time. What I've done is I've taken then, I've then given a command that pastes the data from both the sheet into the window, then and delete column BCD because I don't need the debit and credit. Eventually, I need the net amount in there. So let us do that. So what happens in this particular case is if it so happens that someone ends up inserting a row or a column or ends up doing something with the current macro, what you just simply needs to do is upload this macro into the in the AI chat GPT, and you need to simply go ahead and ask them to regenerate the code saying that this particular line has been inserted. They will the chat GPT will give you a code which will adjust to the whole thing without disturbing the
2 minutes remaining.
Sorry, 2 remaining. So let me do this thing very quickly. So I've already created this console file for you. Let me just close this sheet. Yeah, this file is already consolidated with the given prompt. So what the file is doing is again a set of action which is giving the command So let me show this. I'll just remove this whole console sheet, this net number, this company number. And what happens is I've assigned this macro already to this button, and I go ahead and I give this command. So what this one button does it creates that net impact, take the consolidated entry, put it into the data. And one more important thing which I couldn't get to it, in the console data, it is looking up every field, which is like every bifurcation I've given the master group financial object, which is where it is. It is asking me if it should replace the pivot because I've given the code in that manner. That pivot should be reinserted every time. So if you see the console data, what it has done on its own, it has applied VLOOKUPs directly from the master sheet, and eventually it is giving me a pivot created of the same number from that data. So now what I need to just simply do is go ahead and link this number to my schedule 3 or my final balances without wasting any time. And you can also check if the company data which I have been created. Here I have around 314 data, and 571 data, and the console data is taking this whole thing clearly. So it is one of the use case which I have used to consolidate the whole thing. But again, okay.
Thank you, Sabha, for a beautiful analysis of the company 1, company 2 use case, and it will be used for the many of CAs who go do the group audits or a group consolidation. And this was one of a very practical use case. And you have very beautifully taken the macros from macros to VBA to ChatGPT-4, then again back to macros. And this is a basic thing that you can do. There is no need of any AI or any certification. It is inbuilt in Excel, and it is just that you have to use this use case, and you have shown it in very simple way. So thank you, Sabha, for your use case. And I again request all the participants to please rank our panelists, so which will be useful for all of us. So let's welcome now to the next panelist. Our next panelist is Ashwini Tayal. So he has given any time CA in a bracket, but so let's welcome Ashwini ji, and please stick to your use case. It's a 10 minutes time, and over to you, Ashwini ji. Please unmute.
My screen is visible now?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, friends. I came direct on the point. Today, I'm going to present only one use case, that is Claude AI. And my end result from this presentation would be that as a CA, we need to compare on each and every day basis, and for example, balance sheets, tenders, and all that. In Claude AI, there is I use two balance sheets, Tata Steel and Jindal Steel Limited, that is in the public domain, and I can compare up to 5 balance sheets. Here you can see I can compare up to 5. I can upload 5 documents. In a nutshell, I want to say that I can compare 5 balance sheet of the same industry. For simplicity, I'm taking 2 balance sheet for comparison purpose. Now coming directly to the point. After uploading both the balance sheet, attaching both the balance sheet, I simply give command, compare both the attachment, and suggest me in which company should I invest. Claude AI give me the summary the summary after comparing both the balance sheet as an investment point of view. Now to simplify that, I give him command tabulate the data. When you give this command tabulate, you will see the data is crunched for a better analysis point of view, and key observation is also given. As on day, as we invest in share market, we can analyze balance sheets in this. From income tax point of view, we can analyze balance sheet. From investment point of view, we can analyze balance sheet. From tender point of view, we can analyze balance sheets. This is the one of the most powerful feature of Claude AI, that it can compare up to 5 balance sheet at a time, 5 tenders at a time. Now I've stick on one use case on this particular balance sheet. I give another command. Revenue and profitability analysis. If I give him command tabulate, as 5-10 years data is required, I have given only 2 years, therefore it is not able to analyze it properly. Now came to liquidity and solvency assessment. Friend, in just fraction of seconds, if it is giving me the in-depth. After analyzing the 100 of pages, the data which I am required, the liquidity and the solvency assessment, if I further want to simplify it, I just give command tabulate. The key observation after tabulate, we are able to see current ratio of Tata Steel is 0.73, JSW is 1, quick ratio is 0.28, JSW is 0.6, debt to equity ratio is 0.28 and 0.87. Key observations: JSW has a better current ratio of 1 compared to Tata Steel, indicating higher ability to meet short-term obligations. JSW also has a higher quick ratio as compared to Tata, suggesting better liquidity. However, Tata Steel has a significant lower debt equity ratio compared to JSW, reflecting lower financial leverage and strong solvency position. Tata Steel lower debt equity ratio may be viewed as a positive factor by investors and creditors, as it indicates lower risk of default and better long-term financial health. This will impact our decision on what ground, on our risk-taking factor, on what ground we have to select a company for investment, for comparison, for our mutual. Basically, in a nutshell, I want to say that whatever we want to take decision, if as auditor we can also analyze our audited balance sheet in this format. Now, next is cash flow evaluations. Just giving me the focused cash flow results, I just give another command tabulate. I can also give directly tabulate, but I'm showing you the difference, how summarized version as well as tabulate version work. This is the beauty of this Claude AI, that it's just give me the focused comparison. Operating activities, investing activities, major cash outflows, now major cash inflows. Key observation: JSW generate higher operating cash flow as compared to Tata Steel. Both companies had significant cash outflow for investing. Tata Steel cash outflow for investing were higher than JSW. Both companies rely on new borrowing as a major source of inflow. For funding point of view, when we analyze these balance sheets of a big corporates, these give insights to, as a stat auditor of a company, this give insight to us for our balance sheets also, which we assign as statutory auditor or as internal auditor. Now next, operational. See friends, operational efficiency, inventory turnover ratio.
Only last 2 minutes remaining.
Done. Receivable turnover ratio, asset turnover ratio. Key observations: JSW higher inventory, Tata Steel significant higher receivable. In terms of asset utilization, JSW highest asset turnover. JSW appear to manage inventory more efficiently. JSW utilize assets more productivity to generate revenue compared to Tata. Friends, basically in day-to-day life, we can compare by using Cloud AI balance sheets, tenders, rent agreements, LLP agreements. Wherever comparison comes, now this is the one of the most powerful tool that give you the to the point insight on this particular document, so that can influence your decision. It when you read the document, when I upload this document, it's about 40-page document. If I study study the document, I'm not able to understand the data. When I compare the data, now then I'm able to understand which company is more asset friendly, more inventory friendly, more cash friendly. This helped me in making more decisions, more effective decision, more powerful decision. Friend, as on day-to-day basis, as share market is booming day by day, and our liquid funds are at stake, at the mercy of the market. Therefore, we can use this tool for better analysis of the share market, as well as before signing any balance sheet, before taking any assignment, we can analyze the balance sheet. If we take new balance sheet if we are appointed as statutory auditor of a new company, and if we analyze the balance sheet of past 3 years, 4 years, then we are able to assess the risk associated with the balance sheet and all the different parameters before taking the assignment. So friends, you can use this tool as a catalyst to take for taking the decision in day to day in your life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ashwini Tayalji. Anytime CA, and you have shown that anytime Cloud is available for the investment analysis, and Tata Steel and JSW, both balance sheet you have analyzed, and you have given a beautiful analysis of the prompts that which needs to be asked, how need to be asked, how it can be tabulated, and you have given the future uses that how you can use it for your investment decision making, analysis of shares, and many more things. Even an auditor can use that tool for knowing whether any qualification is there, what are the CARO reporting. So many things are there, related party transaction you can ask, and it was a very good use case by giving a Cloud AI. So thanks Ashwini ji for the use case. And now let's participant, please rank your panelists. Now let's move toward the another Tayal, and she is Meghna Tayal, our next panelist. So let's welcome our last panelist for this session. Over to you, Megha.
Hello everyone, good evening. First of all, I would like thanks to ICAI and AIIC committee members for giving these opportunities. As all of you know that there are many AI tools available in the market, which are free and also paid, like ChatGPT, Claude, Copilot, etc. But they are free up to the limited version. After that, you have to pay for that. So now I am focused on the free version tool, which is AI based, that is free for your lifetime and very helpful for the CA members in industries and in practice and also their SME clients. one of the most powerful business analytic tool is Power BI. I am not going into the details of the Power BI, but just focus on the AI feature of the Power BI. Let's start. I am sharing my screen. Is my screen visible to everyone? Is my screen visible to everyone?
No. Tech team, please help.
Yeah, please share your entire screen. It's not visible.
Not visible?
No.
Now?
Yes, now it's started coming.
Now it is visible?
Yes, now it's visible.
Okay, fine. As now you can see that there is powerful dashboard on my screen. I am preparing this within just 15 minutes by using the AI feature of the Power BI. Another power feature of the BI is the dynamic filter. What is dynamic filter? Just select any one element. You can see that it highlights all the portions related to that element in all the charts. Like just I selected sale of invoice. You see, with respect to that elements, all the highlighted portions in all the charts, like sale in city, that is Maharashtra, in which product line, like fashion accessories, and how much income will be coming from that invoice. So how this can be done in simple manner? Let's start a new project. You can select it from the file option. I have already selected. This is the new project. Here there are many options of importing the data, like from Excel, SQL, JSON file, CSV file. I have already preparing my sampling data. This is my sample data, which I have uploaded in that. This is my CSV file. So I select CSV and connect. It takes few seconds. It takes time in importing the data. But it is very easy to use and simple too. Now the data is imported. You can also manipulate data here also. Now load. After loading that, you can see that there is blank dashboard open. It takes few seconds. It takes time. I have seen to you already downloaded blank dashboard. Oh, it's uploaded.
Tech team, please help.
I have seen.
Yeah. So you start sharing again.
Start sharing again. This is the blank dashboard dashboard open here. Is this screen visible? Is this screen visible?
It started coming. Yeah, now it's coming.
Okay. As you seen that there is blank dashboard open and there are many visualization tools here. But we will focus on one of the tool, that is Q&A. This is very simple tool. Just click on it, Q&A, and write down your queries in the question bar. Now you can see that by writing your prompts or questions, how it can automatically create a chart for you. Like, I want map for sales by city. Just enter. You can see that it automatically creates a chart for you. Now convert into standard visualization. You can see in few minutes it can create a chart automatically. There is no need of much technical knowledge. Just write your query and it automatically creates a chart. If you want to create another various charts, like again click on Q&A, write down your query like donut chart for sales by payment. Just enter. You see, it automatically creates a donut chart for your payment. Just convert into standard visualization by clicking on this. You can create different type of charts by just writing down your query and it automatically creates. You can also change the chart here. Just go to this chart and select any one of the chart. Like I select pie chart, it automatically change. Like funnel chart, it automatically creates. If you want to compare top 10 customer, top 10 invoice idea, you can also do for it.
Attention, last 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah. Like Q&A. Map for top 10 things. As you see, it shows top 10 customers. So now you can see that it is very simple tool and you can create this type of powerful dashboard in just 10 to 5 minutes. You can also question analysis also done here. Like what are the total sales? What are the total incomes? Just like, and you also get narrative summary as you seen on previous slide by the participants by using this feature. Now I conclude that it is very powerful tool for CA in practice and CA in industry, for reporting, for MIS, and for audit purpose, for analysis purpose. So it is totally free of cost for your lifetime. You have आपको कुछ जरूरत नहीं है पे करने की, because जैसे like ChatGPT, Cloud, Copilot, they are free up to the limited version. After that you have to pay for it. but it is totally
Time's
free
up.
and it is easy to use, and you can handle it very simple manner. Thanks.
Thank you, Megha Tayal, for the Power BI related query, and you have taken up a very good database and given the glimpses of how you can create chart, how you can create a data dashboard which will be useful for MIS and for auditing, for internal audit, and for other functions that a CA need to perform. So thank you, Megha, for your use case. And now the time has come to sum up for the today's hackathon, and I am very much thankful to all of you. That is Ajay Gumbarji, then Akanksha Gupta ji, then Kumar Mangalam, Subha Chandran, then Gayatri, then Alokji, Sabhaji, then Ashwini and Megha ji, all the 9 panelists that you have given your knowledge, which will be used by our professional brothers, sisters, and students. There will be 10-minute use case video which will be shared with you and all the participants. They can use it into their office, their day-to-day work whenever they like it in the future. So thanks for this hackathon. And I also thank President Sir, Vice President Sir, and our Chairman Daya Niwaji and Tech Team, Vishnu Secretary, for the support for this successful holding of hackathon. And wish you all a happy Akshay Tritiya and Parshuram Jayanti. So all the best. Keep in touch. Let's promote AI. Let's adopt AI in our CA practice and in CA profession as soon as possible. So thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.